This is what we call
hater shit.
There is no better term. Okay.
So if I'm pushing, look, you know what? You know Xavier was pushing this, and Heather's like, here, wait, videotape me and video me pushing this because I'm pregnant and I shouldn't be pushing this, and people need to donate. My sponsors need to give me my money. She says, so if I'm pushing this cart for several miles, riding bikes, 100 to 150 miles in under a week, wall Pilates, and stretching exercise, how can it be possible that I weighed 200 pounds at only 16 weeks pregnant? It is impossible even last year. Look. God, please help me. These people want me to kill. Wow, and I feel weak.
Guys, this is the fucking cart that I'm always pushing. I just want to show you guys, this is not a light cart. I do not carry.
Okay, can you please move, like, your picture? Look how many big, huge bags, duffel bags. Look how huge those bags are. And look how, like, they are stuffed. Like, you are homeless. Like, what? You don't need all that stuff. Let it go. You literally just said it was all BS.
Light load. I push heavy weight every single day. So this should be the most fit pregnancy of my life. Let's go over what's in here. You want to see? Full to the top with shoes. Full to the top with blankets and laundry. Sheets. Sheets are heavy. Folded all.
I'm sorry. You're homeless. I'm trying not to get aggravated, but how many go up to any homeless person and be like, how many shoes do you have? And sheets? I mean, yet again, I'm sorry, but you're homeless. You're in a tent. You keep one sheet, one blanket, one pillow, like that. I mean, tops. Do you think all these homeless people got stuff like that? You are very privileged even when you're living out on the streets.
A car seat, also filled to the top with my purse, electronics, and other things. All filled with clothes, shoes, socks, and underwear. All filled with clothes and shoes and socks, athletic gear, my yoga mat, all of my art supplies that I've left, which is not much, just some markers, crayons, and colored pencils. Some personal hygiene items, a face mask, some like little hair rubber bands, hair ties.
I've been wanting to know what's in this cart. So you're nothing in that cart is valuable. Nothing in that cart, let me rephrase it. Nothing in that cart is sentimental. So you need to get rid of it. So that cart that you said yourself is all bullshit. You're not going to a shelter because of a bullshit cart with bullshit crap in it that don't mean nothing to you, really. It's all materialistic, just hoarding shit. Yeah, good excuse there, Heather.
Brush, books, several books, like 5 books, and a luggage filled with the same. This is nothing but books. Please remember these dates.
This is a freaking video she sent me. Please tell me I am not the only one that she sends something to, like a video or a picture, and then it ends up being something that's in her story. Why are you putting it on your story and then are you sending it to everybody you know? Like, I don't understand. Like, why are you doing it's really weird, and it's pretty annoying.
Please remember who is on staff. Please remember all these dates. Every time I'm degraded, dehumanized, like treated like trash, remember who is here.
And I'm going to read it like it's typed, okay? All these people permit me to do is walk around in circles, Chicago and surrounding suburbs, with a 200 pounds cart of bullshit. That's right. This is not living, this is torture and extended and prolonged periods of severe abuse. So that's what I'm saying. 200 pounds of bullshit is keeping you from a shelter? Nice try. Please send me a plane ticket, money, a new house, my car, money, maternity pants, money. This is me. That this was back in the day. This is the past. I don't understand. It's so annoying. No, I can't do that. Even this is me. Are you going to tell us who you're not? Like, this is really weird. This is not me. Oh, Heather, I hate to tell you, but it really is you. It is you. And it's to that point where it doesn't really matter how it got you there, but it matters what you're going to do to get out. You know what I'm saying? How are you going to make it better and get out of there? Like, whatever. 4 months pregnant, going on lap number blah, 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 around the city on foot. Oh, yeah, while pushing a 200 pounds cart. This is not me. Okay, so what I'm wondering is, like, why y'all be walking around all the time? Because y'all don't want to get in trouble for squatting? And then, like, why you always riding your bikes? And where do you put your cart whenever you ride your bikes? Because I know y'all ain't, you're, like, fucking pulling it along.
This is not me. I don't know who the fuck this is.
This incident has been reported to the Chicago Police Department and is pending approval. Simple assault. Reported September 3rd, 3:49 p.m. Heather Gillespie. You're homeless, so why would you put your freaking home address? Phone number, email. Oh no, she didn't. It says employer name, self-employed, GoPro solo. Race unknown. Oh my gosh, Heather. Driver. What the fuck? She doxed the fuck out of herself. Does she even have a driver's license? Alright, let's see if I could read this. Okay, the incident location. Wait a second. She put her... What? I'm just really confused because she put September 3rd, 2023, and then the home address 1244 North Stone, and then the incident location 1244 North Stone. So, and then the location type grocery food store. So, okay, this is so small, so I'm trying to read. When entering the actual address of 4738 Northwestern Avenue, I was not permitted to complete the report. This location in the dollar store, I under the location to purchase toothpaste. I was approached by a woman from behind who was playing recording audio of my voice explaining that I was being harassed and stalked for approximately the past 4 years, among other sexual, physical assaults and robberies taken against me, including being stabbed as well as bludgeoned. I asked her why she was playing that audio, and she laughed and said, "You are being followed. You are definitely being followed." I asked who she was, as did my significant other, and she refused to identify herself in any way, only respond, "She's definitely being followed." I have reported to Chicago as well as numerous other cities and states of the above. I am scared. I have 3 children. I need to go back to raising and am 16 weeks pregnant. Please help. They have hacked my phone and other electronic devices numerous times and destroyed most of my belongings on multiple occasions. There are approximately 400 pages I've personally written explaining all of the various ways I've been abused. Please help. This is the 50-plus report I have submitted since 2018. Oh, Lord, that hurt my eyes. That hurt y'all ears listening to me. Oh, my eyes, I can't see. So I'm wondering if that was like the location of the dollar store. No, because she said the location of the dollar store, and that was not the same. I pray you will never know the suffering I have endured. I pray you will be spared the pain of losing a child. For me, it was twins. I'm not even gonna read this because this is bullshit, and it's about to piss me off. That was your choice, and that really makes me mad. Stop. Please stop talking about them. And you tell us, you wish evil upon all of us, so don't do that.
Oh my God, you guys, I'm so hot. It looks like I had a shower. I swear I haven't. That's just sweat. 4 months pregnant. Pushing around a 200-pound cart everywhere, being randomly abused, harassed, and targeted for the year 4. Recitos de oro. Who's used this for their babies? I use this for all 3 of my babies. Recitos de oro. It's one of the best smelling. It's like manzanilla, I think. Manzanilla and chamomile. If you guys have babies with light hair, Recitos de oro. And it's like only $4. Oh my God, you guys, it's so fucking hot. So I came here for Brilliant Bordeaux. As everyone knows, I dyed my hair a little redder.
There's your priorities. I'm like, what is homeless? Like, you know, you just don't really see many homeless people cruising in Target. And she's sitting here getting hair dye. To each their own. I mean, I guess her little sponsors and simps are paying for it. It is what it is. I much rather would sleep on a bed in some AC, hang out in some AC, than to go fucking dye my hair and do my nails.
In the fall time, and they don't fucking have it. Do you think it's a coincidence that this is literally the 8th store I've been to in the last 2 days that does not have it? And I've only announced to Xavier that I do my hair that color.
Oh no, so you think Xavier took every red dye from the store and hid them, or told them do not sell red dye because Heather Gillespie likes to dye her hair this brand red? Do not have it sold in these stores. He's powerful. He is a powerful man.
The only other person who would know would be Amy, maybe Dylan. Literally, that would be it. No one else would know that that's my go-to. So I do think it's a fucking conspiracy.
I don't think it is. Don't give us conspiracies a bad name. I feel so bad because it's you are, you're important, you are loved, and, that should go for everyone. But at the same time, it's you're not that important to anybody walking this earth who would go through any type of trouble like that. With most of her little reports. I don't see it. I really don't.
I never go to a store without saying, hey babe, do you want to go to this store first? So that gives them plenty of time to literally hide it. I know that sounds super crazy, but you guys just heard my FBI call and how it was handled. So seems like in this world that
Hey, why don't you stop telling people what the frick you're doing and where you're at, where you're going? Even though that's still not true, that didn't happen, but another reason why to stop telling people everything.
definitely don't exist in, there is no such thing as respect. It's fucking sickening. Who the fuck raised these people is my next question. And so the next question is, oh, Heather, how do you have $9 for a box of hair dye? And the answer is, how can I not afford to spend $9 on a box of hair dye to change the way I look, to pray and hope that maybe that small change will result in some sort of decrease in the number of thousands that are in person stalking.
I sure am out. I thought that was an older lady. That was an older black lady behind Heather. And then they ended up being Xavier. I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. She's sitting there talking like that. And they're probably like, oh, what is she talking about? And then I saw it was Xavier. Oh my gosh, I'd be so embarrassed walking with him. Did y'all see what he looked like? Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to rewind it if it doesn't show him again. What? She's crazy. She's straight crazy.
Me as well as online. Maybe if
if you're really being stalked and harassed, gang stalked or whatever, they know who the hell you are. Do you really think if you dye your hair red, like you always dye it red, they're going to be like, oh, where's Heather? I can't find her. I don't know. What?
if I change my outward appearance and dip, I won't be abused anymore. So the $9 is well worth it.
Okay, let me go back.
And so the next question is, oh, Heather, how do you have $9 for a box of hair dye? And the answer is, how can I not afford to spend?
Look, see, he has a purse. Oh my gosh. Okay, I hope it lets me pause it as soon as I see it.
$9 on a box of hair dye to change the way I look, to pray and hope that maybe that small change will result in some sort of decrease in the number of thousands that are in.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I can't. Is he wearing compression shorts again? What the fuck? This is so, okay.
Person stalking
Heather, move!
me as well as online. Maybe if I change my outward appearance and dip, I won't be abused anymore. So the $9 is well worth it.
Y'all see, he was peeking.
Stop seeing you.
Ew, what? That's so disgusting. I think she thinks this stuff and then she's like, ooh, let me write that in my diary as if it happened. Anyone who knows me in real life, is this my sister's account? Also, isn't it effed psychologically how they make her first post in months so nonchalant on a day I'm super struggling and haven't heard from her? More conspiracy shit, please. Wait, she has things on top of stuff. Let me go back. What's her account? And haven't heard from her, more conspiracy shit, but it sometimes takes too many coincidences to expose what would have otherwise been obvious. Such a confusing time. So what is her sister's account? Is she gonna show us where she at? She's just showing her stories. She's not What? See, that's how you know, you... Why are you asking us if that's your sister's account? She's your sister. You should know if that's your sister's account. But you don't F with your family, right? Because you don't get help.
Oh, you guys know I've been being targeted again and again. I need to take a shower because, as I've told you before, you can only shower in the sink for so long. I'm sure that we're being followed again. I hate it. There is nothing I can do, and it's like a weird sick thing for like some creeps. I don't know who or why, but I'm just trying to focus on the fact that I have conditioner
He's always coughing.
and shampoo, and I'm going to shower myself, and then we're gonna take a walk to get
She sounds high. I can't tell if it's just weed or what.
some snacks.
Not
So
telling where we're going.
I'm just focusing on the next best thing, you know, and that's what I try to do when things get out of hand, as they have frequently over the past 8 years. I can't fucking take it anymore. Pine fucking apples, times 1,000. But when I get to this stage and I really can't take it anymore, you'll notice my posts, I'm talking a lot more, rambling rather than making precise points. I'm just physically, mentally exhausted, you know? But I'm just going to shower in this outfit.
How are you gonna shower with those clothes on?
And literally pray for the best. Pray that I could get through the shower without having a panic attack or feeling anxious. I know it sounds super weird, but especially when I've been being mentally exhausted, I start freaking out.
Go to sleep, man. You're high. Y'all are trying to walk to get fucking snacks. If y'all was in the shelter, y'all would not. Look, it's 9:29. Y'all be in the shelter going to sleep. Keeping you out of trouble. But you over here getting high, trying to walk and go get fucking snacks. Go sleep.
Anytime I close my eyes in the shower. I know that's weird. Anyone who knows me will tell you that they know I'm afraid of fish. I don't know what the fuck it is. When I have my eyes closed and the water's coming out, I'm just... I'll let you guys know how it goes. We're taking a shower outside. Can't wash my parts randomly in the sink anymore. I need a full shower.
So where's the shower outside? Like, why don't you get, like, a bathing suit if it's, like, a shower by, like, a splash pad or... I mean, I live by the beach, so if they were, you know what I'm saying? Like, showers like that. Like, why would you do, like, your full-on, like, on your clothes? I don't know. Anyways. Please help.
So I haven't really been working on anything lately. I haven't been doing content. I haven't been thinking of episodes or webisodes. I haven't been being creative. I've been so sad and, like, depressive. And I need to turn this company profitable. And I'm grateful for social media so you guys can see what it really means to go through, you know, everything from the mud, as they say, and be successful, you know. One in how many businesses?
Oh, my, what the hell happened? God, wait.
Slid on the top and curled around.
Baby wants me to speak.
I have a face mask on.
Baby likes when I speak.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about a couple of things. I'm looking always for collaborators, but not in a traditional sense. I want to do series with groups of people who want to contribute by creating their own content to add to the series. And right now, we're not, you know, you guys hear me all the time talking about budget. So right now, it's all literally just if you want to do it. I have absolutely nothing to pay you. So I completely understand if you're past the trade for prints. I'm not looking for ownership of your prints. I'm looking for ownership of the collection that I create with everyone's. So, and that's the GoPro Solo umbrella. You obviously still have ownership of your own photos and submissions as individual submissions. So if it's something you guys are interested in, please shoot me a DM. You can see my last post. That was one of my photo shoots from right around the time Dylan and I were breaking up. And the reason that that time period is significant is because that's when I went from my 5-bedroom home with my own car and my children, as I had lived their entire lives. So the life I was accustomed to living, for at least 13. My oldest was 13 years old, and my youngest was 6 and a half. And their entire lives, my son and my 2 daughters were with me.
And my enablers. All you enablers. What's up, mama?
Mine with them. So this pivotal point in my art begins when communication begins being limited with my children and I start to just really just change and evolve.
Without communication, humans don't have the light.
So, right. So, I'd love to talk about it more. I'm going to create sort of explanations on a couple of really dope pieces.
In a children's book series. Still working on children's books.
We have a children's book coming out. This is mostly Xavier's idea. I contributed probably 25%. And I'm pretty sure that I inspired it a little bit as well.
It's called The Little Red Wagon.
It's about a little girl with a wagon that follows her around, filled with her belongings.
Protects her.
And
it becomes broken one day, protecting her.
And so
we don't want to.
You don't want to give the whole thing away. Can you stop leaving things like this near me for the 4th time today alone? You need to be better in control of yourself.
I thought I grabbed it.
Xavier is loose as fuck. He might need some reminding on how to act.
I just need to swear.
I'm very into my art, but I'm also not into people using drugs around me in a way that makes me feel uncomfortable. So I don't care if you use drugs or what drugs you really use if you're contributing, but don't put that shit around me or don't have it near me. Definitely don't make a bunch of drug garbage and leave it all near me. Like, who does that, And if I've already had to ask you that shit 1 time, it should never get to 4 times. That's the 4th time today I've had to ask. Anyways, you guys, I never got... Who was live with us for the live water shoot? When I was giving everyone an update on the Elements shoot, it was Series 1.
I don't know, can you plug the tumbler?
Right before I got body slammed, face and pregnant belly first, by that cop.
Can you plug the tumbler?
No, that's not related, and no, definitely not.
I'm making an Instagram as well.
No. Xavier has a Tumblr, and he asked me to plug it, and I said no. And a lot of people are going to be like, what? You're always talking about supporting your friends, and blah, 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 and this and that, and... that's true, you're right. I am always talking about supporting your friends. But since I appeared in the show Love After Lockup,
Oh my god.
every single time I let anyone into my life, guess what? They attempt to use power, control, narcissism, and manipulation to just worm their way in and change the narrative. So if I give Xavier's Tumblr, now everyone has a direct line into Xavier, and they can incentivize him with extortion, violence, filth, drugs, money, promises that are not true, tons of shit. So I was not always a smart businesswoman. I used to be a fucking idiot. It took me getting fucked over and ending up homeless to remember that I need to keep my business separate from anyone's person. And if you guys think it's crazy that this would go on with me, oh, what the fuck? Imagine how real big celebrities are. Oh, I wanted to touch on something, you guys. Have you guys been hearing about the Kanye West drama with Kim Kardashian, the conservatorship? Same thing with Britney Spears and her husband that's getting a divorce from her, or vice versa, or both. Like, this is what, I wrote a blog post about this. It's on my Wix site. If you guys have checked out any of my blogs, It's there. If you want to know a link, DM me. I'll give it to you. It's published. It's just under a different name. I wrote a whole undercover piece expose on cherry picking and how they were low-key for a really long time using substance abuse places and mental health places combined with subsidy from the city and federal grants to hold people and receive payment. And then it started tumbling into worse and worse things because the longer you can hold a person against their will and not be met with repercussions, the more free you feel to act however the fuck you want and do whatever the fuck you want. So say for instance you put someone under observation for 5 days and no one says anything and they have no family to advocate for them. Now you feel a little more froggy to take that leap to a month of inpatient, even if they don't need it. What that's going to mean is the company is going to receive a larger payment from the insurance company. A 5-day stay is much different in price than a 30-day stay, right, for substance abuse, for mental health. So when you get put into these programs under Medicaid and Medicare, so poor people, and you don't have any family to advocate for you, or people who have been active in your life for a long time, how easy would it be to just put them in there and just charge Medicaid and Medicare every day? You know, and that's what a lot of these companies are or were doing. And I did write an expose on it, but that's kind of that and a combination of like losing control is what I think is going on with Kanye and Kim. Whatever Kanye has to say, it was before Kim got involved, but Kim understands that even though what's going on may be super controversial and even corrupt, that the more you say, the more pain, you know, is inflicted upon you, your family, your loved ones, etc., and so forth. So, specifically when it comes, you know, to Hollywood and entertainment, they kill each other. You know, it's fucking wild. Look at I almost said Jeffrey Dahmer. Look at Jeffrey Epstein. Look at all of his guests. Look at his guest list, right? So, someone forgot to reel it the fuck in Hollywood, and shit got way out there. And I think that Kanye knows a lot about it. And that he doesn't have the control yourself gene, or maybe it's the too much of the I don't give a fuck gene. So he just starts talking and speaking facts and no one knows what to do with the truth, so they label it crazy. And if Kim Kardashian was able to get a conservatorship over him, she'd be able to limit his media time. They spent a lot of time together. They have children in common. You know, she has to be careful with what he discloses as well because it does affect her family. And I've noticed a lot of similarities between the Britney Spears case and the Kim Kardashian and Kanye West case, or situations. They're just very, very, very similar. If you guys are just tuning in and wondering what I'm doing, it is a Freeman's pink clay peel-off clay mask. When they put me outside for several days at a time, or they're on bullshit with me in any way, I like to carry this mask because it like puts a seal over your pores and removes any sort of dirt that would be like in your face. So I noticed my face feeling like super clogged, and I just did this mask really quickly. There's also a movie about all of this. It's like about this gangster. I think he's an Irish gangster. And his mother is at the house one day painting a picture. And all of a sudden, like, the door is kicked in.
I have no idea what's going on. None.
Assuming this guy has a criminal record, he got into the system. His name got into the state system from going to prison. So this happens to a lot of prisoners too. If you're low income and in prison, and you have a mom out there or a sister, brother, dad out there, and you're the only other kin, they get the information through that as well. And in this movie, somebody comment the name of the movie, but in this movie, they straight ninja kick the front door in, kidnap this lady. She's chilling, like she's literally painting at a canvas, doing nothing wrong. And they just take her ass, and they put her in an institution, and her son goes and breaks her out. But it was after my own personal investigation and numerous interviews that I conducted with many, many, many credible sources, firsthand sources from inpatient facilities. I actually went to an inpatient facility. I went to several area hospitals. I spoke with the advocates and next of kin and caregivers for a lot of the people that were institutionalized or inpatient. And most of these people are in and out their entire lives, you know. It's very rare to meet someone there at 30 years old who it's their first time. And that's kind of what gave me away, I think. That and the fact that I'm proficient in medical terminology, law and ethics, etc. and so forth. So that I'm sure also threw them off guard. But I just wanted to touch on, you know, what's going on in Hollywood and entertainment, or what has gone on, and kind of tie the whole thing into social media taking over the need for a traditional Hollywood, right? Anywhere can be Hollywood now, you know?
Anywhere in the United States.
And it's almost like we, with technology, have made everyone a movie star, everyone a rock star, everyone a poet, everyone a novelist, everyone a podcaster. And by doing so, you give everyone a chance to see what they like and who they are. And then the numbers don't lie. The truth stands the test of time. If a person is still committed to it after 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, etc. and so forth, you know, it speaks for itself. And we have to be grateful for that, but we also have to be really fucking scared of that. Because the internet and technology also provide a really thick cloak of anonymity and privacy, in the sense of you can be incredibly predatory, completely anonymously. You can be completely predatory, completely anonymously, you know, so there are gives and takes to everything, as, you know, with everything else in the world, with sweets, with beers, with, you know, parties with friends. Anything can be taken too far. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm super congested. I don't know what the fuck has been going on. I had like a sneezing fit of like 30 sneezes. Peed on myself a little. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm going through the most difficult time of my life. GoPro Solo, I started in 2015 when I was working on campsites doing nothing but sexy entertainment and relationship building and fitness and yoga. And I wasn't really giving too much medical advice, health advice, but I was giving a lot of wellness advice, sexual wellness and otherwise. Psychological wellness and otherwise, and I was sharing a lot of my personal experience and what was going on with me in my life, which there's a huge demographic of people who can relate to, and I was doing so with the intention of using the PTSD I had suffered and was suffering, my anxieties, my phobias, and the fact that I am an ADHD business person.
So ridiculous.
Same thing as every day. I don't know who is controlling my circumstances. It's not the police, it's not the court system. I don't like it. I value free will. They're creating an argument every single day before I ever can open my eyes. I would never cheat on Xavier. I have years of sexual trauma history. I've been being sexually battered and abused, mutilated, robbed, beaten, left outdoors, left to sleep in a tent. Picking a fight with me over sex is not gonna ever be a win. So...
Oh shit, look, here comes Xavier. That was so freaky. He just popped out of nowhere. That was freaky. Okay. I don't Why does she have a pineapple? What does that mean? I thought that was like some kinky, weird, like swinging shit. She says, please help. God, please put me back into my life, into my home, into my car, into my job, into my business. This is not my life.
Something has got to fucking give. I am miserable and have been. I miss my children. It's been 16 weeks since I've seen my youngest. I want to go home.
Prior to 2000, the other one cut off, so I apologize. I was doing something, and I guess these stories were old, and for some reason she sends them. So that was the only reason why I got to see it. And then once I clicked out of it, I can't see it again. My gosh. Okay, now I can't see this one again. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been late. I'm falling behind, so I haven't seen her stories. And she's sitting here trying to freaking send it, but something always happens, and once it goes back, I hate it. It reminds me of Snapchat. Like, once you open it, you can't open it back. This shit is so fucking stupid. I want to say something else, but I'm trying not to offend anybody. Well, didn't get a chance to read that. I'm just gonna have to... Okay, so... Alright, I do remember... I'm pretty sure I got the clip where earlier there was like supposedly two males. It was two male names. I thought they were sending money, but they were actually requesting $50 each. And she was like freaking out because she said that it was right after she asked money for something, which she always asks for money. I guess she's trying to cash out. How do you cash out if you don't have a bank card? Anyways, now they charge for instant cash out. They've always charged for instant cash out. Anyways, she says now they charge for instant cash out. I've had the money sitting in my account for a week and need money for a drink, and they say we'll complete shortly, but you just charge me for instant deposit. I have no idea cashing out is whenever you put it inside your bank account, right? I mean, and then if you make a purchase, that's a purchase. You're not cashing out to make a purchase unless, I guess, she's going to the ATM machine, but that's not what she's doing either. The only thing I can agree on and I guess verify in a way is something was going on with Cash App yesterday and this morning, because I sent someone something yesterday and it was like talking about the connectivity or something, and they'll let me know when it was sent. And then this morning, oh my gosh, y'all, I have like okay, so this morning I donated to it's called Milo Foundation that I fell in love with. And whenever I was doing that, it said, again, like, we will let you know when it gets, whatever, deposited. And they did. They emailed me and they said, and gave me a notification on Cash App and said that it was, that Milo Foundation did receive it. So it did take a little bit, but they got it within a couple of hours. I gotta be careful. I forget it's not it's...
These flowers are in a car seat. Does that mean they're safe? No, they're not.
I can't with her. Did somebody send her that car seat, or did she buy that car seat, or where did she get that car seat? I'm not gonna say anything. Anyways, For all of your kindergarten level of educationers who can't understand my verbal articulation of the effects being thrown into a dangerous ring of violent criminals without a budget or a home. Haven't had a safe space in nearly 18 months. Doing some gardening. There are some flowers in my car seat. And I probably won't even be able to use because I can't get off my ass and get a job and get help so I can help my babies. You want to cry and complain that you want your family and all this, but you can't do what you need to do to support yourself or your baby. Like, here's your go. Like, this is, God's given you how many chances? Here's another chance he's given you. And you still haven't done anything you need to do. What do you think's going to happen? I hope you don't think you're taking that baby away. That baby's going to stay in the hospital until, I pray to God, someone is able to adopt right away. The only thing that I keep telling myself is, it's sad, but babies get adopted a lot quicker than any other child. And this really pisses me off. And the further along she gets, y'all are gonna see, I may get a little more spicier, okay? I can't do it. I cannot do it. I don't care. You think that's your baby. That baby might be in your stomach, but you're not taking care of that baby. So I'm jumping in now. That's so ridiculous. So it's like, oh, that was just Cash App 2 probably telling me something went through. Dang it, and they don't even need that money anymore. I'm out of that was messed up. I'm not out of money, but on my Cash App, it's lower. Like, they don't even need that money. Someone else that I sent money to, it was taking too long. Anyways, there's a free $40 for them. Okay, so she was saying how, like, pretty much no one's helping her. We're throwing her into a dangerous ring, but won't give her a safe space or budget or home. How is that going to help if we're like, here's a budget, Heather? You're saying people are chasing you and, like, beating you, doing all this crap to you. Here's some money. How's that going to help you? I bet you wouldn't go move. And I don't know who the hell has that much trust in you to actually give you that type of money to even move out of state. Because I don't think you would do it. And you keep saying you won't do it because your kids live there, but you don't mess with your family right now. Like, y'all aren't talking because you're not getting right. And the kids are the same way. You hardly see them because you can't get your shit right. So why don't you move? Oh, I love Charlotte Dubrow, by the way. Y'all check her out. Like, she's totally different. She doesn't do, like, commentary. It's something totally different. It's funny. So I'm not even going to cut that out of my video. That's what I like to watch when I need a break. Yeah, she's already told us, like, she'll tell us she won't move because her kids live here. And then she'll be like, I need money for an airplane ticket. So it's like, why don't you just leave the state, go somewhere where you feel comfortable to talk to someone, get an evaluation, get help, and then whenever you're strong, like, emotionally, mentally, like, then you can come back if you feel like you need to. But right now, you don't have nothing here for you. I mean, you do, but you can't really do anything with them because you won't get yourself help. Golly, this is like literally like just over and over and over and over again. It's the same thing. I'm so sorry. I'm like so repetitive because I feel like I have to keep on repeating myself for Heather, even though she's never going to listen.
If I'm a gardener, here, I'm going to plant these fucking flowers. I'm going to plant some more. Here. I'm planting the fucking flowers in the water. What? Here you are, flowers. Thrive into a huge bush.
What the fuck? I swear if anybody sees this bitch. Oh, I wish I could have seen that. Like, imagine someone walking up and seeing that. Oh, I would have had to record that shit.
Thrive, flowers! What chance do you give these fucking flowers?
That has nothing to do with what your case
Okay,
is.
guys, so what's the significance of the situation as it stands? Being isolated, let's touch on that. Not being permitted to speak with my mom, my dad, my sister, my grandma even. I have never in my life missed a holiday with my family. The last 4 years, since the first unlawful detainment and displacement being thrown out of my apartment at 2037 West Roscoe, I have not been able to have a single holiday with my family.
Why?
No one finds that weird.
Why?
My mom, my sister, my father.
Okay, now there's the little truth. There's your little truth that you have. Now don't put any lies in it. Tell us the full truth. Tell us why you don't go there for holidays. And that's so sad. You can't get clean. Like, you are missing out on 4 years of holiday dinners with your family. You can't talk to your kid. You don't see your kids whenever you want to. You can't talk to them whenever you want to. And you still don't get help. How sad and pathetic is that? You're fucking... Yeah, that's sick.
I have a very difficult time reaching any of that. It's been any of them. It's been 16 weeks since I've spoken with my youngest daughter. Viviana and Bebe, I speak with on and off. Every single day I message them a million times and they'll answer every day. But it'll go from us talking to like an hour each day to like maybe 5 minutes, if that. Things are not okay. It's been a full year since I spoke with my mother, since November of last year. I have
That's
no
a
idea
lie.
what the fuck
That's
is
a
going on
fucking
here.
lie.
I want to press charges.
Blessing, morning, testimony.
Oh, I see. They're pushing it in the middle of the road, like, literally. This is your problem. If you're homeless, have a bag. You need to be able to walk anywhere. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Get your shit and go. You should be able to be walking on that sidewalk right there. Y'all can have a book bag each if needed. If needed. But this... Y'all are gonna get a fucking ticket. Y'all gonna get pulled over by the damn popo. Fucking pushing a cart in the middle of the road. Y'all are in the road. Cars have to go around you. And you wonder why you think people are harassing you. Look at the stupid shit you do. Getting people, like, somebody could get fucking hurt with your dumb ass. Oh my gosh. I'm like freaking out right now. Is that their second cart? Oh my gosh. That was we don't give a damn, no, we don't give a fuck. They really don't. My nose is so stuffy. I think my kid got me sick. Here's what I'm requesting sponsorship for. Here we go, y'all. Back to school glasses. The Elements series shoot and following 2 created series require about $100. I don't know why I read it like that. It was just because the E was, I don't know. A relaxing spa service of my choice. What the fuck? Do you, like, did you used to have a sugar daddy that you sent demands to? You're homeless and you're saying, here, my little bitches, my little sponsors, my little simps, I want you to pay for a relaxing spa service of my choice. And I want you to pay. Like, are you kidding me? I haven't even been to the spa. You little brat. I probably have to wait another 2 weeks to go get my nails done. But you know what? I'm a mom. So I have to, like, make sure bills are paid. We have food in the house. My girls have everything. My birthday girl, that's coming up. That comes first. Like, I'd much rather... Like, she aggravates the hell out of me sometimes. Sometimes she be having her nails done way more than us, most of us.
She'd be going out to eat more than a lot of us. It's crazy. Like, it is so crazy that it just blows my mind that she does. I wonder if they do stay at a hotel and she doesn't show it. You know how sometimes, like, because I kind of feel like lately I haven't really seen her at night, like in the tent. So sometimes I'm wondering, like, do they go to stay at a hotel but they just don't tell anyone so that way they can get, like, even more money? Because I think that is really crazy if you're being donated so much money and you don't go stay at a cheap motel for a couple of nights and you're pregnant and it's hot. That don't make no sense. That sounds like you're on some baser ass shit. That's so weird. Alright, sorry, I went off. Housing, legal representation, and possibly a new PIBCRs is on the run again. Someone to call the local police and courts on my behalf to see if they will give you any new info. They have not helped me at all. Please review the following accounts for details. I'm not going to name those. Always actively seeking employment. No, you're not. As well, I have a bachelor's degree and 10 plus years experience in healthcare, entertainment, and hospitality among numerous offers. I am capable and willing of helping myself. Please fact find and ask questions before you judge or attack. You literally are not helping yourself. No. We're not doing that. I hate this video. For those who are not believing me, this is a result of being bludgeoned 6 months prior. I was jumped and stabbed 11 times by 3 women with screwdrivers. If you're going to bring out one receipt, bring out them all. Like, tell us the full story about why you was bludgeoned. Like you have not told that full story. And then where have you been stabbed? If you were stabbed 11 times by 3 different women, you're bound to have some scars. Where are they at? I'm trying to help you get your story out. Come on, you want people to believe you, so give us something so we can believe you. Because, like I said, you freaking lie. I already did that one. On all of this, every time I filed a petition with the court, every time I left a desperate voicemail asking for help with the rape cases, every request I left at the DA and state's attorney office, the time I spent, you know what? I want to send her, like, a video about Leticia or some shit. Like, bitch, you better be careful because you want to keep on talking about these rape charges. Keep on. I swear, you want to call rape and it did not happen, do it again. And you see what happened to Leticia. Do you want to go to prison as well, ma'am? You need to watch it. You're fucking lucky you ain't saying names. And usually she does. Well, sometimes. If she's lying, though, she can't really say an exact name. My therapist once said people don't abandon the people they love. They abandon the people they are using. And that was all the closure I needed. Yeah, so you abandoned your kids and your family because you were just using them. You were using them to watch your kids. You left them. Ain't nobody trying to use you. Stop making this shit about you. If it's gonna be about you, then it needs to be about how the fuck are you gonna make things right and how are you gonna be a better you. That shit, man. I gotta tell y'all. I should have closed my damn mouth, but it reminded me of Heather. I need to learn how to close my mouth sometimes, but sometimes it just like, it just be aggravating me. Like, sometimes people just really try me. And so anyways, I was talking about the My Life Foundation. So we ended up rescuing a dog because he was on the red alert list. They were going to put him down the very next morning if he was not picked up by 3:30 that day or if he did not have a plan in place, literally had to fill out paperwork that day. Like, I couldn't even wait to get to the money to the next day. Everything had to be done that day or he was gone. And it was some messed up stuff, because it wasn't even like he bit anybody and that's why. They just didn't have room. He was only there, like, they try to, the Milo Foundation, what they do is what the shelter, if the shelter is trying to euthanize, I guess, any dogs, the Milo Foundation will pick up those dogs and will try to get them either fostered or adopted, because they don't want any dogs to die. So the dog that we got, he did not do anything at all. Like, if anything, he had 2 owners in 1 year that were just fucking shitty people. Never done anything. Nothing. He limps a little bit, and I pray to God. Everyone say a prayer. He does not need to have surgery. But that's it. Like, how are you going to kill an animal just because? Y'all, anyways. So we went to, what was it, PetSmart, I think, or Petland. I think it was PetSmart. Anyways, it was one of those. Let me tell y'all, okay, and we already had a cat. I'm not a cat person, but yes, we have a cat. Cat is about 1 year old too. So we went to the pet store. I had to get a couple things for our cat, and we had to get quite a few things for the dog. And we came, and I was like flabbergasted how much money we had spent. Okay, as soon as I walk out, there's this guy, this big dude on a bike, okay, and he stopped, and I'm pretty sure he had some water with him. He was on his phone. He was doing something, but he was on his bike. And as soon as we walked out, and I turned the corner to walk out, and I'm still thinking, like, what the hell? How did I spend like $200? What the hell? What did we get? He said, "Hey, y'all got anything you could spare?" He said, called himself something, and I went to go reach for my purse, because sometimes I always have to have water with me. So sometimes if I go to a store, if I feel panicky, I'll put my water bottle inside my purse just to make me feel better. If I need water, I'll take a sip of water. It's weird, it's crazy, but it helps with my anxiety. If I feel like I can't breathe or I'm gonna die and I need a drink of water, if that's what I need to do to carry a bottle of water, I'm gonna carry a bottle of water. So I'm going to my purse to see if I at least have a bottle of water. I can't spare no money right now. And plus, we have bags in our hands. I'm trying to go to the truck. We got to hurry up. And as we're walking away, my husband's like, he's like, "Nah, man, I'm sorry." And this dude said, "Man, that's the problem. Every motherfucker you don't want to help." And I should have shut up and walked away. I know I should have. I said, "You know what?" I said, "Maybe that's your problem. Maybe that's why people aren't helping, is because you need to change your attitude and the outlook." And he did not like that. He was so mad. He followed me on his bike, yelling at me, saying, "Bitch, you need to change. What's wrong with you? You need to help a motherfucking nigga out. You need to do this. You need to do that. I don't need to do fucking shit, bitch. You need to fucking change." Yes, I said the N-word because that's what he said. Y'all can get mad. Y'all can leave my channel. It doesn't, it is what it is. I know who I am. And I'm like, looking at him like, oh my gosh, like, good thing I did not help you. Good thing I did not have cash out in my hand and I didn't hand you anything. Like, I was going to not have anything and give to this dude. But how quick you see and it just reminded me so much of Heather. And I'm like, and it was kind of funny. For a second, I had to stop because he was riding his bike and he was coming up behind me. So I stopped and I turned around so that way I'm not gonna let no mo come up behind me and fucking knock me in the back of my head or come up right in next to me. We ain't gonna do that. So we're walking to our truck, and of course my husband comes on, and then there was this big other guy. There was a couple
There was a couple who came out, and then there was like an older lady. And everyone was like looking around like, what the fuck? Like, why is he yelling at her? Like, yelling at me and riding his bike towards me. And then I'm like, what the fuck, Heather? Like, okay, surprise. If anyone doesn't know, my name is Heather as well. Dun dun dun. So I was like, I've got to close my mouth. Like, I didn't mean to set him off like a motherfucker. But I'm like, I don't know how crazy these people are, you know? Like, he could have had a gun. He could have had something in his hand and threw it straight at my face. I mean, he could have done anything. And, of course, my husband's like, he brought me to my side of the truck, and he's like, get in the truck. And, it wasn't an argument. Like, but I shouldn't have said what I said. Because you don't know who these people are. And of course, that's exactly what my husband said. He was like, that's why I don't give none of these, you know, people money. He's like, you don't never know what type of people they are, you know. And I'm like, I said, no. And I'm like, it's messed up. I said, if I feel like that I should give, you know, someone some water or a few bucks, then I feel that. And I was trying, if I had water, I was going to give him water, but I couldn't get to my money, and I have a whole ass family to feed, so it kind of made me feel bad that I didn't go, like, reach to give him money. So, like, and the way he asked, like, he didn't even ask nicely. It was, like, such a fake, you know, like entitled, you know, like, this is what I need. And then whenever he gave me, I was like, and all my husband said was like, no, I mean, I'm sorry. And as we walking away, and he yelled, and he was like, yeah, that's what every motherfucker wants to say. They ain't got nothing, blah, blah. Y'all need to help him, like, telling us how we need to help him. And then I'm like, wow. And I said, see, this is why we didn't help you. We had a feeling. I said, maybe you need to change your outlook. And that just, like... And I didn't even yell at him. I was being so, like, nice and calm because it really threw me off guard. I was really surprised how crazy he went. And then I'm like, dang, man, I really need to watch my mouth. Like, but sometimes I just can't be helping it. People piss me off so bad. And it's like, someone needs to call y'all out. And then I'm thinking, how manly do you feel yelling at a woman at the top of your lungs? You are yelling at a 5'2" little woman as you're riding your bike. I'm sorry, sir, but you asked me for money and help, okay? While you are yelling at a woman, saying cuss words and being all derogatory as you're riding your bike, I'm getting inside my truck and driving away as you know, have your little feet pedaling your way to ask somebody else for help. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to vent about that because that just pissed me off so bad. But at the same time, hopefully this will be a reminder for y'all too, because it definitely reminded me I need to close my mouth sometimes. And it's really hard because sometimes I don't think about it because I'm like, I was so flabbergasted and offended. But y'all be careful out on these streets because we don't know who these people are, who they are on the streets or what they're on. So, unfortunately, it just sucks that sometimes we can't stick up for ourselves and we have to turn the other cheek. And there's my lesson for today. Are you a creative? Follow my production page. Collab via model.
So what's the significance of the situation as it stands? Being isolated. Let's touch on that. Not being permitted to speak with my mom. This is free game for everyone when whoever, I don't know who is targeting, but when whoever is targeting you and you're the actual target, they will destroy your belongings and your peace of mind. They will make your bank account untouchable. They will steal your money. They will fucking skim your link card. Do you hear me? So that you are out in the street with no choice but to live, steal, finesse,
hustle,
Finesse.
or die. Do you get that? I say we turn that shit around and every state's attorney, police officer, or fake fucking cop who's involved gets oppressed in the exact same way along with the rest of their family.
Alright, now, you better watch it. Okay, she says, how many times does an authority need to unjustly abuse their power before they lose their job, respect, and titles? I've been fundraising on my own behalf, and the $37 I have set aside to get me through the monotony of walking in circles aimlessly with a 200-pound cart being ignored by society and refused work of any kind is being held. Look at this bullshit. How can I press charges in all parties involved in the previous 4 years of random acts of torture and oppression against me? This was a full 24 hours ago and still says the same BS.
No role models to speak of. This is her earth element. I feel like I'm looking at like maybe middle school, you know, having to present a poster board and like cutting, you know, pictures and gluing it on. That's what I feel. The big main picture would be better if you could actually see her face and if it looked decent, you know. But y'all just totally ruined the only one that could have been decent. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks it's just kind of weird. This is her water element. It's not that it's weird. I mean, because I know art can be different things to different people. It is so crazy to me. Like, one day I've always wanted to just like create or like splash paint everywhere and then go put it to art gallery, see how much it makes. It is so crazy to me how you can look at a picture, you have no idea what the hell it is, but somehow that bitch is like $36,000. Yeah, see, I'm just not feeling it. Like, if I heard, you know, an element shoot and like the earth that I just saw and then the water, I don't think, oh, water element. I'm like, I would immediately think, oh my, what is she doing standing on that thing? And then, oh my gosh, what's wrong with her face? And why does she have holes in her stocking? I would not think about the water. The only thing I would think about the water is how everything is blue besides the top left, which that makes me want to get in my boat and go fishing. But I'm not feeling it, Heather. I'm sorry. And water has nothing to do with prostitute laced up holes everywhere. Like, I don't know why you're wearing it. I tried to say something. Ugh. I can't. I'm scared. Did we watch this? We watched this one. Because she was in the freaking... Look, it looks like there's a police up there. She was in the freaking road. Like, how does that not make you feel some type of way? Like, I'm the type of person who doesn't want to be in other people's way, and I'm very respectful and kind and scoot over, you know. But hell no, not her. She is literally in the middle of the road pushing the cart, and there was a car that had to go around her to get back into that lane. It was driving it. And you wonder why the police are harassing you. This picture scared me, but I decided, you know what? I'm going to throw it out there since Heather wants to show her ass, literally, on social media, and, you know, wants to whine and complain about why she doesn't get a job, and why doesn't people want to be her friends? Why isn't her family listening? Some things never change. You get one or the other with Heather. Or Coco. or Senza, or they're all cuckoo cocoa. There you go. There's another side of Heather.
There's no food here, so we might as well just make our way into town. And anyways, at the beach there's water to cool off. Here I have someone's conditioning filter dripping down onto me, so we're all good. And then we woke up at the beach, but I was like,
it sounds like a hangover story. I don't know what happened. I just remember taking these shots and then we ended up waking up on the beach. That's probably what happened. They probably got fucked up and they just ended up on the beach. She's very, very, very much high right now. And here, and I'll pause it in a minute.
there's no food here, so we might as well just make our way into town. And anyways, at the beach there's water to cool off. Here I have someone's air conditioning filter dripping down onto me, so.
And she pointed to her chest as if it was dripping down her chest, going down her, her shirt. Oh my gosh. I guess if I'm like so desperate and I feel like I'm about to pass out, okay. But I'm pretty sure y'all probably have water bottles or something. I would just put that on my wrist and like behind my knees and my neck and drink water instead of having someone's air conditioner leaking on you, probably going in between your boobs and down your bra into your, that's so nasty. It's so weird to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, get a hotel, or at least a rinky-dink motel. At least it'll have a bed and air conditioner. But she'd rather, like, buy random stuff than do that. Like, it's so weird. Like, look at her. She's just fine. Again, unless she's actually has been getting a room and she doesn't want to tell us. But Sissy used to do that crap all the time. You get more money that way. If people think you haven't, don't go to a hotel, they send you money for a hotel. And then eventually it's like, they need another day, 2 more days, 3 more days. It's getting hotter. She's getting further along. Y'all sponsors need to pay up. Might as well go ahead and put y'all's name on a lease on an apartment. Maybe y'all should do that for Heather. All you little sponsor simps out there, go get Heather a house. No, she doesn't want an apartment. She wants a 5-bedroom house. And while you're at it, please get her her Cadillac.
We're all good.